Hi sweeties, in this tutorial today I would like to show you how to cut and sew maxi hairline dress in a very simple way. Now here is the Ankara fabric that I'm using for the tutorial today. I have 3 yards and 25 inches here. So I'm going to cut out the length of the dress I'm working with, and I'm going to add 2 inches for sewing allowance to it. The length I'm working with today is 62 inches. So I'm going to cut out 62 inches from this Ankara now towards the width. So this is the length of my Ankara. As you can see, here is the length and this is the width. I'm cutting out 62 inches plus 2 inches sewing allowance, making 64 inches. So I'm going to fold it towards the width now. Like I said, this is the length of it. Here is the length and this is the width of my Ankara, which I said is 3 yards 25 inches. So I'll now fold it and cut it out. Now I have here 64 inches folded into 2. Like I said, I'm cutting the 2 together since there is no zipper on the center back. So here is it, towards the width is 64 inches folded into 2. So I'm going to fold it again towards the length, just like this. Just because I'm cutting the 2 together, there is no zipper at the back part. So I'm going to fold it again into 2. Just arranging it. So after folding into 2 again, making into 4 folds. So I'm going to mark my starting point on the upper part here, which will serve as my shoulder line. I'll just mark out ½ inch on the shoulder line here. If you are a beginner, please make sure you measure it before you mark it to make your job accurate, please. So this is my starting point, which is also my shoulder line. Now from my center front and center back, I'm going to measure out half of my shoulder measurement. Half of my shoulder measurement is 17 inches. If I divide by 2, it will give me 8.5, which is here. So I'm coming down from there by 1 inch for my shoulder slope, which is here. So as for the neck width for the back part and front part, I'm making use of 4 inches. So neck depth for the back part is going to be 2 inches, which is here. So I'm going to connect it just like this. If you have your curve ruler, you can make use of it. Neck depth for the front part is going to be 5 inches, which is here. So I'm going to connect it round like this. I haven't done that. I'll just connect my neckline to the shoulder slope like so. So from this point now, I'm going to impute half of my round armhole. My round armhole is 21 inches. If I divide it by 2, it will give me 10.5 inches, which is here. So what I have here from the shoulder line to this place altogether, which is 11.5 inches, I'm going to place it here just to make my measurement accurate. So what I have on my shoulder line, I'm going to place it here from the center front and the center back to meet these points that I marked here, which is 8.5 inches. So I'm going to draw out my armhole line just like this, and I'm drawing out my chest line just like this. Now I'm going to measure out my bust point line from my shoulder line. My bust point line from my shoulder line is 13 inches, which is here, and my under bust is 17 inches, which is here. That is all I need for my A-line dress for this, because I'm going to come out from my under bust till I reach the bottom of my dress to form my A-line dress. But if you are coming out from your waist, make sure you include it from your shoulder line to your waistline. And if you are coming out from your hip, just measure from your shoulder line to your hip line. That is it for that. But since I'm coming out from my under bust on this dress, I'll just leave it like this. So I'm going to place all the horizontal measurements now on these lines that I marked out. So on my chest line, I'm going to impute quarter of my bust. My bust is 46 inches. If I divide it by 4, it will give me 11.5 inches, which is here. 11.5 inches. I'm going to add 1 inch east to it and 1 inch that, which is 2 inches plus that 11.5 inches. It will give me 13.5 inches, and it's here, as you can see now. So plus our allowances. So on my under bust, I'm going to impute quarter of my under bust there. My under bust is 42 inches. If I divide it by 4, it will give me 10.5 inches, which is here. I'm adding 1 inch to it for ease and 1 inch for sewing allowance. That will make it 10.5 plus 1 plus 2 inches. It will give me 12.5, which is here. So from here now, I'm going to come out till I reach the bottom of my dress. What I'm going to What I'm going to measure on the bottom of my dress, I'm using the hip to measure, to calculate that. My hip, the hip I'm working with today is 52 inches. If I divide it by 4, it will give me 13 inches. To let it form A-line dress I'm making today, I'm going to add extra 5 inches to it. That is 18 inches, and 1 inch for sewing allowance. That is 19 inches. So on the bottom of my dress here, from the center front and center back, I'm going to measure out 19 inches. So 19 inches is here now. So all I'm going to do now is to just connect from this under bust to this down part with my straight ruler, just like this. I haven't done that. I don't want to leave my bottom, I don't want to leave it sharp like this. I'll just come up by 3 inches. I'll just measure 3 inches out like this and connect just like this. Let me use my ruler for that. And if you are good at your freehand, you can just make use of it. Just that I don't want to leave this side at the bottom. I don't want to leave it sharp. So that is just it. We are done. And here too, I'm going to connect it like so. You know, what we have on our chest line is going to be on the bust point as well. Just connect like so and connect to the under bust like this. That's just it. As for the armhole curve for the back and front part, this armhole line now, I'm going to find the middle of it from here to here. So what I have here, which is 10.5 inches, I'll just find the middle of it, which is going to be 5.25, which is here. As for the front part, I'm going to come in on this point by 0.75, which is here. I'm going to connect from here slightly to meet here, and I'm connecting with the curved side of my ruler from here to here. That is just it for the front part, for the front armhole curve. As for the back armhole, I'll just connect from here to here with the curved side of my ruler. So this is the back armhole. Do not forget, if you are adding zipper to your dress, cut your front face, measure out, you place another fabric for the back part, then you measure out your zipper allowance, place your front on it and cut it out. That is just it. It's as simple as that. On the shoulder line here, I'm going to add ½ inch shoulder joining, which is here. For my armhole, I'm going to add ½ inch armhole joining. So I'm going to cut my back part first, and I will now add ½ inch for my front. Just let me cut the back first. Now I'm done cutting the back part. I'm going to remove it. I'm going to separate them for me to cut out my front parts, to complete the cutting of my front parts. Then I'm adding ½ inch for my front armhole. Now let me cut the facing for my dress. Now this is the facing for my front part. I'm going to fold it into two like so. I'm going to place it on it like this, making sure I have about 3 to 3.5 inches on the bottom. So let me show you how to do that. So I'm going to place it on it. I'm going to trace it out. I'm going to trace it out like so. So I have to make sure I have 3 inches or 3.5 inches all round here from the neckline here. So I have here 3.5 inches. So I'm going to measure it round till I reach the shoulder. 3.5 inches. I'm going to cut it out. I'm done with the front facing, so I'll move ahead to my back facing. Now here's another fabric for my back facing. Just fold it into two like so, placing my back on it, straight it out and cut it out like I did on the front part. So this is my back facing now. So I'm going to move on to the sleeve. So I'm going to fold the two sleeves together. I'll let the right side face each other like so. Now this is my starting point, which is also my seam allowance for shoulder joining. So from there I'm going to measure out my calf's height, which is 4.3 inches. To get that is by dividing your bust circumference into 12 and add half inch to it. So mine is 4.3, which is here. 4.3. And I'm going to connect it straight. So on this line now, I'm going to place half of my round armhole there. Now I said my round armhole is 21 inches, half of it is 10.5, which is here. So the remaining allowance here, which is 1 inch, will be my seam allowance for the side of my sleeve. So the length, I said I'm going to add to it. It's not up to the length I'm making use of. I'll just add like band to it to make it reach that length, which is 14 inches. What I have here now is 13 inches. So I'm going to add like band to it to make it reach that 14 inches. So on this line, I measured 10.5 inches, which is half of my round armhole. So I'll now connect from here to here now. Just like this. I'm going to find the middle part of this line now. So I'll just fold my tape measure into two to make it accurate and dot it out, which is here. So from here, I'm going to measure half inch outward like this, which is here. So I'll now connect it from here to here with the cuff side of my ruler, just like this. So this will be my back armhole. I'm finishing it up with the cuff side of my ruler. Turn it like this, and hope you understand. Connect like so. For me to draw out my front armhole, I'll just place my ruler like so. I'm going to place it on the inner part like this and connect with the cuff side of my ruler. Turning my ruler to the other side like this for me to finish it up. So this is my front armhole and this is my back armhole. I'm going to cut my back armhole first, but before doing that, let me measure out. Let me place my half of my armhole like this. The measurement I'm using for my armhole is 17 inches. I'm going to divide it by 2. That will give me 8.5 inches plus 1 inch seam allowance. That is 9.5 inches. It's going to be here, and I'm going to connect from here to here. Just make it curve a little bit. You know, our arm is not straight, so I'm going to cut it out now. Cutting my back armhole first. Forgotten, I've cut out that half inch, but I'm going to add it back on the band that I'm adding to the bottom part here. So I'm going to open it up for me to cut out my front armhole just like this. Now I'm done with the sleeve. Let me cut out that band to make it complete the length I'm working with. So what I have here altogether now is 13 inches exactly. So to make it complete that 14 inches, I'm going to add 1 inch to it. So let me check this. Plus, I'll just fold it into 2 and check what I have there. I need 1 inch, and I'm going to use 1 inch to join it. That is 2 inches and half inch for the shoulder. It is 2.5. So I have exactly 2.5 here, as you can see. So I'm going to fold this fabric now into 4 for me to check whether it's, can you see, we are good to go. So I'm using this one as band. So let us move on to the sewing aspect. I'm starting by stitching my facing to both front and back. So now this is my back part. I'll go ahead and hem the bottom of my facing with 1/2 inch. I'll just hem it once. I'm going to fold it once and hem it. After hemming, I'm going to open up my back like so. Place it on the right side. Let the right side of the facing face the right side of the body and stitch with 1/2 inch on the neckline. I'm doing the same thing on the front part. I'm going to hem the bottom of my facing. I'm hemming the bottom of my facing. Here is my facing for the front part. I'm going to hem it with 1/2 inch. Just fold it once like this and hem. So after hemming, I'm going to open up my front like so. Place it on the front, on the neckline. Let the right side face each other and stitch with 1/2 inch on the neckline. Now I'm done joining the facing to the neckline. As you can see, this is the back part and this is the front part. I'll go ahead and notch the neckline with 1/4 of an inch. Do not let the notching touch the sewing, please. After notching, I'm going to join the 2 shoulders. So just notch it with 1/4 of an inch all round, both front and back. After notching, I'll just open it up like so. This is the back neckline. For me to join the shoulder, I'll place them on each other. Let the right side face each other like so. So my front shoulder, I'm going to put it together. After notching, I'm going to give it a good press to make it lay very well. So I'll just fold my front like this. As you can see, this is the facing and this is the shoulder of the front part. So I'm going to put it in between the facing and the shoulder of the back part like so. Fold it together like this and stitch with 1/2 inch from here to here. I'm doing the same thing on the second shoulder. Now I'm done joining the 2 shoulders, as you can see. So what I'm going to do now is to just place it on each other like so. Let the right side face each other for me to stitch both sides. So here is it. I'm going to stitch both sides with 1 inch. Now I added 1 inch on both sides for my seam allowance. I'll just stitch from the armpit here till I reach the bottom part like so, and I'm going to stitch the second side as the same. I'm done stitching both sides of my dress, as you can see. So let's move ahead to the sleeve. This is my sleeve. You know, I said I'm going to add like bands to the bottom of my sleeve. This is one of my sleeve, as you can see. I've added it to this one. Can you see? I'll just fold it into 2 and cut this one off. So I'll just fold this band into 2 like so. Place it on the right side of it like this and stitch with 1/2 inch from here to here. After doing that, I'll just fold it. I'm going to fold it into 2 like this and stitch my side seam. But on the armpit here, you know, I added 1 inch to my dress as ease. I mean for ease. So I'm supposed to add it on the sleeve as well, but I don't have enough fabric again. That is why I added just 1 inch for my seam allowance. So what I'm going to do now is to just stitch it to the last. You know, I'm supposed to leave 1 inch on the armpit here, which is my seam allowance. But now I'm going to stitch it to the last from here till I reach here. Just calculate your measurement and place it here. Have a bow, then stitch from here to here. That is what I'm going to do. I'm doing the same thing on the second sleeve after adding my band. Now I'm done with the sleeve. As you can see, this is the 2 sleeves. So, and this is my dress. I've hemmed the bottom of my dress as well. So let me show you how I'm going to fix my sleeve to it. So here is the front part, as you can see. So I'll go ahead now and fix my sleeve to it. Check for where the front armhole is. So this one is for this side and this is for this side. The second one here is for this side. So what I'm going to do is to just open my dress like this on the armpits. I'll just open it up like this. Open my sleeve too on the armpits Then make sure you notch here where it's going to fall to the shoulder. Notch it on the sleeve, so it will serve as a guide while sewing it. After doing that, I'll just open up the armpits. Like I said, I'm going to open this one too, which is the sleeve. I'm going to open it up like this as well and place it on each other like so. Let the right side face each other and let the armpit align on each other. Then start stitching from here, from the armpit here, till I reach the armpit back with 1/2 inch all round. So I'm doing the same thing on the second sleeve. After doing that, I'll come and show you the finishing look of it. I won't be able to wear it because it's not mine. I'm making it for a client. So I know if you follow the process I explained, you will get nice results. So let me quickly go and fix my sleeves. I'll come and show you the finishing look of it. Now I'm done with the 2 sleeves, as you can see, and I've hemmed the bottom of my dress. So beautiful. So let me just turn it to the right side for you to see how beautiful it is, and it's so simple to make. If you are watching me till this moment and you haven't subscribed, please do well to subscribe, and don't forget to turn on your notification bell for you to be notified each time I upload new video. If this video is helpful to you, please don't hesitate to give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and turn on your notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload new video. If you have any question pertaining to cutting and sewing, you can join me on my Facebook group, Details to Sewing, created by Akorede Adenike. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at Akorede Adenike. Please guys, show some love by liking and following my page on Facebook at Akorede Adenike Sewing Tutorial. Till I see you in my next video, guys. Stay safe, stay blessed. Bye. Can you see how beautiful this is? This is the front part. After giving it a good press, it will now look stunning. Please do well to follow me on Facebook page. Please show your love by doing that. Till I see you in my next video. Bye for now.